Hey everybody, and welcome to Kevin's Auto Channel. I'm Kevin Walters, and today we're going to be talking about routine car maintenance. Alright, so no matter how old your car is or how new it is, it's always wise to perform regular maintenance and preventative maintenance on your car or truck. So what should you be looking out for? What should you be checking? Well, so simple things like checking your oil level and the color of your oil to make sure it is still good and not low. And you can see that this oil is good. It's still full. It's a good, nice, light color. It's not black. So this is stuff you want to look out for. So what else should you be on the lookout for? Well, you can also, while you're under the hood, check your hoses. The rubber hoses going from the radiator, and make sure that those are still nice and soft and pliable. You can see it right in here. You know, make sure you can still squeeze it. Make sure it's not brittle. On this newer model here, on my Silverado, they've got it wrapped also. So that may help a little bit on the wear and tear, but you know, it doesn't hurt to keep checking it though. Like I said, this truck is a 2019 Silverado, and it does not hurt to keep an eye on things. You may say, well, I mean, why do you need to check oil and stuff on a new vehicle? Well, you got to remember, these things are man-made, and nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, and once in a while, even though they have quality control and all in the plants, stuff gets by. So you want to always be safe than sorry, and go ahead and just check everything and make sure everything's in proper working order. Now, another thing to do while you're under the hood of your vehicle, go ahead and look around. You know, check your coolant levels, check, you know, make sure you got windshield wiper fluid, and check to see if you see anything that looks abnormal, like leaks. Do you have, you know, pooling up of any of the fluids? Do you see hoses or connections that are moist and wet? You know, did it recently rain, or is it a leak? So looking around this truck, so it's got plenty of windshield wiper fluid. Coolant level looks good. That's where it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be up to the top. Now you will notice my fuse box cover is missing. When I took this truck in the first time, when I thought I had an issue, they checked everything out, and apparently they did not put my fuse cover back on. So the dealership is supposed to be ordering me a new one. I didn't catch it until later, but so that should be coming in. Everything else under the hood is looking in proper working order. Of course, that nice 5.3 looks good. You can see on this 2019 Silverado, there's your oil fill right there. If you want to change your oil yourself, not sure where my oil filter is. Can't really tell. It's probably up underneath somewhere. So that'll be interesting. You know, on this 2019, there are some things that I do not like. One of those is, look under there, all of that exposed wiring under there. I don't like that. That needs to be taped up, or at least electrical tape around it, because that looks like it would be a good snack for a squirrel or a little mouse. You know, all through the vehicle. There's even little wires down there going to the headlights, and the ends of them were exposed. I'm not sure why GM did that, but I'm not a fan of that. So like your connections here on your reservoir tank, you know, these are looking good. They're nice and pliable. You can squeeze them. They're not brittle filling. That's what you want to look out for, is are they brittle. And please guys, if you are checking your coolant levels, please, if your engine's warm, please do not take the cap off of the radiator or anything, because that is under pressure and it will get you in the face and cause second-degree burns. So please be careful when you are checking levels, especially if you're fooling with coolant levels and your engine's warm. Just visually check that if the engine's warm. So we've checked our oil level, we've checked our coolant levels, all of our liquid levels. We have checked the hoses. We have looked for leaks. So another thing to check while you're under the hood is look at your belts. You know, are your belts wearing? You want to check the tension on them. Are they too loose? So you want to check those things too. So here we can see the belts. The belts look like they are in really good condition. I don't see any wear. I don't see any unusual cracks or anything in them. So it looks like we're good to go on that. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go around the vehicle and check for other things such as tire pressure, tire tread wear, and we're going to check the lights to make sure we don't have any burnout bulbs or anything. And you may have to have a friend to help you with that. But so yeah, let's move on to the next step. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell notification so you know every time I drop a video, and please like this video. It really helps the channel out. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers in the next couple of months. Let's make it happen. Now your tires. These happen to be Goodyear Wranglers. And these are 18s. And thing for, you know, you want to look for abnormal wear. You know, see if you see, do you see any nails? Do you see any screws on your tire? Everything looks good. Tread life. tread's looking really good. A good way to measure your tread wear is to take a penny and turn it upside down with Lincoln's head, upside down, and put it in between the treads. And if it covers up most of Lincoln's head, then you're good. If you see too much of Lincoln's head, you may want to start looking at saving up to get you a new set of tires. Now, if you have a modern vehicle, a lot of times for the tire pressure, all you have to do is start the engine, and yes, we know the hood is open, and we're going to scroll over so we see that our oil life is still good to go. And on the modern vehicles, you can check your tire pressure right from the cab. You don't have to get out, you don't have to use a tire pressure gauge. So you want to monitor that, make sure there's plenty of air in the tires. A lot of the modern vehicles have 35, 40 pounds of air in each tire, so we're good to go on that. Another thing to check while you are in your truck is to go ahead, start your truck, and you want to listen to the idle. Is your truck running rough, or car, whatever you're in? Is it running rough? Is it spitting and skipping? Is it vibrating really hard? You know, you just want to check and see and pay attention. How is your vehicle running? So let's do that now. Start it up, listen to your idle, maybe rev it up a little bit, let it return back. Everything seems fine, it's running smooth, it's not vibrating, it's not spitting or skipping, it's running great. So we're good to go. Alright, so we've checked under the hood. We've checked the oil, we've checked the belts, we've checked the coolant levels, we've checked for leaks, we've checked the hoses, we've checked our tires, we've checked our tire wear, and so now we've checked our idle on our engine. So now let's go around, start the truck up or your vehicle, and start looking for burnout lights. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so we've got good headlights. Let's go check our tail lights. And I know, guys, my truck is filthy. We've got tail lights. Let's see here, I forgot to check the fog lights, so let's check those. Yes, we have fog lights. Now let's check our blinkers. All right, we have a left blinker. Yes, we have a left blinker in the front, and in the back we have a back blinker. Now let's check the right side. We have a front right blinker, back right blinker. I'm by myself, so I can't check out my backup lights or my brake lights. So they should be good though. So all of this is just preventative maintenance. You know, so how often should you check all this stuff? Well, really it's going to depend on how old and how many miles your vehicle is. So let's say you have a 2020 to 2015 vehicle. You know, as long as the miles are under about 60,000 miles, you know, you might want to check it once a month, just to make sure nothing's happened, you know, since the last time you checked it. You haven't sprung any leaks. All your levels are still good. And you know, this is all preventative maintenance. You know, you're doing this so you don't have a big problem down the road. Now, if you've got a car, vehicle that's got over 100,000 miles on it, you know, 200,000 miles, then, you know, you might want to check it, and you notice, you know, it's burning oil or whatever a little bit now, you know, you might want to check it every week if you want to, especially your oil level. Your oil level is very important. You want it to stay full all the time. You don't want to run your engine low on oil, because that's what lubricates the engine. You know, inside the engine is a bunch of metal parts rubbing against each other. That's the purpose of oil. It sort of lubes it and keeps it from wearing down and causing big problems. So you want to check that out. You know, you don't want to get simple things. You don't want to get pulled over for having a tail light out or a headlight out or something like that. So just check it every once in a while. This is all easy stuff, and it's free. All it does is cost a little bit of time for you to do it. But in 5 minutes, you can check your vehicle over, make sure everything's running right, and have peace of mind knowing that you checked it and that you shouldn't have any problems. So performing routine car maintenance is easy, simple. Remember, check your oil level, the color of your oil, make sure everything's good there. Check your belts for tension and unusual wear. Check your coolant levels, all your liquid levels, your coolant, your windshield wiper level. You don't have to really check brake or transmission in modern cars anymore. You know, you want to check your tires, your tire pressure, your tread wear, make sure everything's good there. You want to check your lights, make sure nothing's burnt out. And here's a bonus. If you've noticed that when it's raining and your windshield wipers are streaking really badly, but they're not making any sound, so they're not squeaking like they're wore out or anything, then, you know, take you a little bit of alcohol and put it on a napkin or a rag and just wipe the blades off of your windshield wipers, and that will clean them and get all the crud and all off of them, and then you shouldn't have that streaking problem for a little while. It should buy you a little more time before you have to change them. But of course, if they look wore out, they're real falling apart, or, you know, just look really bad, then you can get just the blade inserts for a couple bucks. Slide the old ones out, put the new ones in, and you're good to go on your windshield wipers again. So, I know today's world, we take everything for granted. We just like to jump in our vehicles and go. But sometimes it's worth it in the long run, especially saving on a big repair bill for something stupid that you should have checked in the first place. Just go ahead, take 5 minutes of your day, once a week, once every couple of weeks, once a month, and just go over your vehicle, make sure everything's running the way it's supposed to, and in the end you will thank me, and your pocket will thank you, because you wouldn't have lost a lot of money at the repair shop. So I'm Kevin Walters. This is Kevin's Auto Channel. And again, check your car regularly, and I hope you have a great day today. Thank you so much for tuning in.